Next one. This is an area of fondness. So, is there an optimum mix of practice? So, should we be doing more block practice, random practice, or varied practice? So, quickly for anyone that doesn't know this area, there's this research that goes back to the 70s, and it found that by mixing up our practice order, by adding in more variation, we actually perform worse during the acquisitional practice phase. But when we go back and we test people a day later, 2 weeks later, they've learned more, they've retained more of that skill level. So the research around this sort of suggests that at a basic level, if you were just to hit 7-iron, 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 and you had another golfer who was going to hit 7-iron driver, 7-iron driver, 7-iron driver, the second golfer would perform much worse in practice. But actually, on the golf course, they would retain and transfer more skill to the golfing environment. So with this question, I don't have an exact answer. There's no perfect answer out there. There's a couple of things I can say. When you're a beginner, block practice is fine. So feel free to block and just hit 7-iron, 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 driver, driver, driver. When you're getting to the point that 70 to 80% of the time you can hit good golf shots, add in a tiny amount of variability. So you can do this in a couple of ways. You can reduce it so that you only hit 5 shots at a time. You can reduce it so that you might hit a couple of different types of shot with that club. So you could try and hit a straight drive, and then you could try and hit a very slight draw. What this will do is two things. It will mean that in practice you make more mistakes. That's not a problem. The whole point of practice is to make mistakes and learn. What you will find is that this type of practice over a period of time will transfer and probably help you perform better and take that practice skill level onto the golf course. One word of warning, please don't take this to the extreme and hit lots of different shots. There was a tour player who must have been working with a scientist who tried to do this a while ago. That's not what the research is about. So there's no perfect level of practice variability, but what I would say is as soon as you get up to about 70-80% success rate with block practice, add in a little bit of variability, and that should keep progressing you and keep challenging you to an optimal level. Okay, so that rounds up for the looking at practice and a few questions that you had around how to optimize your time practicing. Hopefully it's been really useful for you. I haven't covered everything here. Please get back in touch with any more questions. And if this has been really useful and you want more of this stuff, just subscribe with the email box below. And hopefully I'll send you some good information every week to keep improving your golf.